Yeah, you're not that domesticated in the kitchen, I will say.
I got shoes in the oven right now.
Shut up. Are you serious?
I have some cowboy boots in there because I have like 6 pairs and it's just too many for any one person to have.
They're in your oven? You're kidding me.
Yeah, Carrie Bradshaw did it.
Oh my.
If you
All right,
don't
I'm gonna
use
need.
it,
Stop. I need pictures or else this is not
I'll
real.
send you a picture.
FaceTime me after the pod because I don't want any doctor and bullshit too.
Yeah, no, of course not. No. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Travel Nerds. Right now, I'm going to tell you something cool that I didn't know was a thing, but I can 100% confirm it is now. We were at the airport the other day. Where were we? Zurich? Coming back from Zurich. I lost a wheel on my bag. What did I do? Bitched about it for a few minutes, went home, threw the bag away. Happened to me again on my very next trip with a different bag, which
Crazy bad luck.
is rare, I feel like. And what happened was really cool and really easy. So my dad told me anytime your bag gets damaged in any way, you can go to the desk, the help desk that's in baggage claim. You can tell them that your bag was damaged on this trip, and they'll typically give you like some type of credit or something like that. But I got something better. I went in, I brought my sad little bag that lost a wheel, and they go, "Oh, what color bag do you want, blue or black?" I said, "What?" They brought out a brand new checked bag for me, like a nice one. So she was like, "Just put everything from your old bag into your new bag, and we'll just throw that thing away for you and just have a good day." It was so cool. Like, I didn't have to sign anything, do anything. I just got a free bag. Did you know
That's
you could
amazing.
do that?
No, that's amazing. What a travel hack.
It's so cool. Now, this was on Delta, so there was like a Delta bag service, United, whatever. But I think usually there's just a general one. But pro tip, anything happens to your bag, go into the help desk at the airport and baggage claim, and maybe you'll get something free out of it. It was Las Vegas, so I think they were a little more giving than some airports would be. But who knows? Things you learn from your dad.
Okay, have you ever heard of this place called the Unclaimed Baggage Store?
No.
Okay, so just off the road in Scottsboro, Alabama, is this store, and it's the country's only retailer of lost bags. So you could basically go in this store and you could pick up a lost bag. I mean, the
What?
airlines lose hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of lost bags each year. And there's a store that you can basically go and shop for all the lost stuff.
Wait, I don't get it. Who owns the store?
His name is Mr. Puffer. I was going to come up with a funny name. I actually have no idea.
Wait, so he
I have no idea
he
who owns this
purchases the lost bags? Like, wait, how are they getting them?
It seems like they have some deal with the airline. You're putting me on the spot. All that I know is that it's in Alabama. It has a giant orange sign, which will flash up here. And it's like a little suitcase and it says unclaimed baggage, existence 1970. So these guys have been in business for, over 50 years and they're selling unclaimed baggage. There's probably some rules that I'm unfamiliar with that say an airline, if they don't have the bag claimed, because they're not gonna hold on to them forever.
Yeah, but they're not
So
going to
there's
send
probably-
all of them to this man, to Mr. Puffer.
What if Mr. Puffer has them all?
I don't get it. Like, is it like
What an
Storage Wars?
incredibly-
Like, it's just like Storage Wars, where they just go, that one for 75, and then they open it up and it's a bunch of people's stuff?
Yeah, so actually I'm reading the reviews. There's an article by PBS and it's actually written kind of weird. They have people who are just giving reviews on the store. And Jennifer wrote, "I love to see the items that come in from all over the world. Some of the musical instruments are just amazing." Like, what?
What?
Oh my God, check out this one. So Jennifer is the most common
She's popping
contributor
up.
to this page. She's been in here a lot.
Frequent visitor.
Jennifer again wrote, "An autographed Michael Jordan basketball is also among my favorites. I'm a huge basketball fan, so that stands out in my mind."
Wow.
Oh my God, Jennifer is up in here for sure. Oh, here we go. Brian Owens is the owner and CEO of Unclaimed Baggage. in 1970, his father, Doyle, which is not a great name, started the company borrowing a pickup truck to transport his first load of unclaimed bags. That just goes to prove
What?
in America, you can make money in the weirdest, most creative ways. If you can solve a problem, you can make $1. And that's pretty cool.
So did Doyle just like work at the airport? Like, I'm still not understanding.
We have to find out what Doyle did because Doyle is a resourceful dude, especially if he did this in the 70s. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but yeah. So this is kind of interesting. Stephanie Sy, now we don't know if this is true or not, but Stephanie Sy writes, last year, some 26 million pieces of luggage were lost, delayed, or damaged. The highest number in a decade. That's insane.
I believe that. Yeah.
I could buy
They
it.
used to actually care, and now they're just like, that's on you. Sorry.
Craziest thing is I left my favorite winter coat on a Delta flight because I gave it to them to hang up. I was in first class, and I walked off the plane and
You
forgot
said that
it.
like
Well,
Christopher Walken.
did I
I
really?
was in first class.
I was in first class. I can't
That was
do it.
very
It's not
Bane.
Oh, that was. Oh. I'm not even gonna try. Not even gonna try. Yeah, I was in first class. I gave my favorite coat to the flight attendant. They hung it up. I stupidly walked off of the plane and I forgot it. I was told, okay, just fill out a ticket for lost and found. It'll likely go in there. I tried. I followed up. I did everything. They straight up did not put my coat in lost and found, and it is gone. So my coat, if I'm ever in Alabama, I may actually just go hit up this place just to see if I could find my favorite coat because that thing was nice.
It's probably there with your business cards in the pocket, and whoever buys it is going to be like, what a cool little vintage treasure. You
Do you
get
know what
emotional
would
when
be
you talk
cool?
about this coat, like
Yeah.
every time.
Well, this coat has been with me through a lot of phases of life. I've been all over the world in this coat,
Yeah.
and I'm usually better about it. But I actually blame you for this because I've never left anything on a plane until I started traveling with you. And you've left your bag, you've left your computer, you've left a suitcase, you've left just about everything on a plane that you possibly can. And you and I have been traveling together for a year now.
What I will say is, I've never lost it. I've always then remembered and been like, shit, and got back and it's there. So
Which
I
is
guess
cool.
that makes the tally con 0, Kenny 1.
Oh, fair enough.
If you're doing that. Yeah. I still remember a sweater I lost when I was like 13, and I can still get pretty emotional about it too. So I understand.
Do you have any clothes from when you were 13? Because I have a pair of Michael Jordan basketball shorts that go past my kneecaps, which is no longer fashionable. But I wore these things back when I was a hooper in high school, and I cannot bring myself a hooper. I hooped. All right?
He hooped hard.
And these Michael Jordan basketball pants have held up. They have stood the test of time.
Still
they
wear
are
them?
Unbelievable. I still wear them to bed. I can't wear them anywhere else because I look insane in them. And just think about it. I'm 6'2", 195 pounds now. In high school, I was 6'2", but 175, 108 and 80 pounds soaking wet. So I probably looked even more crazy because these things are legit baggy. They're like a double X or they're huge. But I can't bring myself to throw them out. Do you have any clothes that you just could never throw away?
Are you kidding me? Have you
Your
seen
whole
my
closet?
I was just
It is
thinking when
crazy.
you were telling the story, I was like, wow, it's really crazy that those basketball shorts even held up. And then I'm like, I have my great grandmother's skirt from like 1938 still in my closet. And I still wear it all the time. Yeah. I mean,
That's
most of my
cool.
clothes in there, my mom's from the 80s, and like all of them are put together. There's no holes or wear. It's like crazy. I forget that you can have clothes for that long.
Were clothes just made better back then?
Will I wear the mustard shoulder pads blazer pantsuit situation? I don't know. I've never been brave enough.
You would before I yelled at you in Louisville to not wear that one suit jacket that you had. You would have probably worn the mustard, but now I feel like I've been a positive influence on your corporate dress. No,
I'm not like giving you the credit of me having better style now. Okay. It did.
Oh, I don't get any
No,
credit there?
no, no.
Are you
You
serious?
provoked me, I'll say. It's not that I didn't know how to dress like I do now. It's just that I didn't want to. Okay. So there's that. And that was messed up of you. I didn't know you well enough yet for you to be like, what are you wearing? You look ridiculous.
Listen, you represent the company when you're doing. All right. So for the people that are like, oh, is he being unreasonable? Connor works for a travel company that I'm one of the co-founders of, and we flew her out to a conference, and she showed up in a men's 44 long
No.
striped suit jacket.
No.
Yes.
It's not striped, it's
suit
purple.
jacket.
See, you're already getting it wrong, which means it's smaller than he's saying. It's not that weird. It's from Zara. It's oversized. It's supposed to look like that. I paired it with some wide leg jeans, which was a huge mistake. I think if I was wearing skinny jeans, none of this would have ever happened. And I wore
Skinny
sneakers.
jeans would have made it look better. It looked.
I was trying to be Gen Z. Okay.
You should not ever dress like Gen Z. That's a huge mistake. And honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, look at this girl. It looks like she just walked out from under a bridge.
I just walked out from Big and Tall.
Yeah, you just went on a shopping spree on Big and Tall. You're 5'6", 110 pounds.
Everything was 75% off.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Oh man.
Can't pass up a deal, I guess.
I mean, I like to think I'm not as cheap now as I was then, but I still drive further to go to Dollar General to get groceries sometimes instead of just getting them at Publix, which is stupid.
Okay, so switching topics really quick. I read something crazy and I wanted to get your take on it. American Airlines CEO last year got paid $31.4 million was his total compensation. This is the most of any airline in the United States, and I want to ask you, is that too much?
It's like not a fair question to ask me, though. You should ask someone of comparable status. That's too much.
Okay, so let me tell you this. So Scott Kirby, who is the CEO of United, got paid $18.6 million in 2023.
Why? Why is it double? And why is he the only one?
Is it fair? Let me provide some color here. He had a base salary of $1.3 million for the year. Now that breaks, if you were to make $1 million in a salary and you worked 40 hours a week for 50 weeks a year, that's about 2,000 hours. 1.3 million roughly is probably about $600 an hour, maybe $700 an hour. So that was his pay. $1.3 million of base pay, a bonus of $2.75 million, and then the lion's share of his money, he made $19.5 million in stock compensation and $7.8 million in non-equity incentive compensation, which is a lot of millions. That all adds up to $31.4 million. Connor Ann, is it fair? And it's perfectly fine to say that it is fair, and CEOs have hard jobs and it's a lot of skills. But when CEO pay goes up like this, and then your frontline worker is making $40,000 a year, it definitely turns some heads. I want to get your take.
Well, it sounds like he's just doing it smarter than everyone else. I mean, like 20 or like, what did you say? You said 7 and like 12 or $13 million of that is just from equitable shares. And what did you say? Like, I don't know enough about investments to be able to break that down, but if you can make money like that much money, I feel like he's just doing it maybe a smarter way. Am I wrong?
So I think that there's two ways to look at this. You could be pro or against. If you're pro, you would basically say, hey, we have a free market economy. American Airlines is a publicly traded company. There's a board of directors, which makes his compensation. There's a bunch of checks and balances. And American Airlines is one of the biggest airlines in the world. So I would say that his job is probably very stressful, and he has to answer to his shareholders. And there's checks and balances there. The other side of the coin, people would say, that's way too much money compared to what a frontline worker makes, right? So, I mean, I can't do the math, and we shouldn't do public math on the podcast. But what I would say is 34 million is exponentially greater than the 40, 50, $60,000 that a normal worker makes working for American Airlines. So of course some people get mad. Of course the pilots probably get mad because they had to fight for a pay raise. I think that sometimes when it's too out of whack, it sets for like a bad culture. But I also am a founder, so I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
ever want my pay to be
I'm just
limited.
like, let
So it's
him
like,
be
go get it.
rich, you know?
Yeah.
Let him
There's
have
part of
it.
that where it's just like, let him be rich. Okay, let me ask you this. So his base salary was 1.3, a bonus of 2.75, and then he made, $20 million in change and other things. Let's just say that this is your pay package. You, Connor Ann Waterman, you're like, hey, of this 31 million, I'm going to take my bonus of 2.75 million and I'm going to blow it. What are you blowing it on?
$2.75 million.
2.75 million. You can
Ooh.
spend it on anything. If it doesn't include doing something nice for me, noted.
Well, I think the first thing that I would buy is a new air fryer. And then after that, I
Okay.
still have like 2.75 million.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
still going
I
to be
will
fine.
buy like a super cool loft somewhere that I can always just
Oh,
dart off to and use my airline
oh.
points to pay for it.
Listen, if you made $30 million, you ain't using any airline points. You're going to probably get a plane for real.
Oh, forgot.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Forgot
look at
about
that.
private jets.
Yeah,
When am I going
two
to get to
points.
step foot on that thing? I just want to get on one. Check it out.
Oh, 100%. We
Be
could get you on a
famous for the
private jet.
day.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna. Yeah, we can talk about that. We'll talk on a little
We'll
thing that we
talk.
got going on after the pod. But yeah, no, at 2.75 million, I think the first thing that I do is I buy like a property. I have a decent air fryer, so if you want a recommendation, I'm happy to shoot you a picture. It's fantastic.
It's
But yeah,
like
I would say,
so low voltage that when I make chicken tenders, I have to cook them for like 35 minutes.
yeah, that's not right.
Might as well
Okay,
just
we
use the
we got.
oven, which I haven't done in like 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, you're not that domesticated in the kitchen, I will say.
I got
For
shoes in the oven right now.
Shut up. Are you serious?
I have some cowboy boots in there because I have like 6 pairs and it's just too many for any one person to have. And I don't have any more room in my closet.
They're in your oven? You're kidding me.
Yeah, Carrie Bradshaw did it.
Oh my.
If you
All right,
don't use it, I don't
I'm
have
gonna need
any other
pictures or
available
this is not.
cabinets.
Stop. I need pictures or else this is not real.
I'll send you a picture.
FaceTime me after the pod because I don't want any doctoring bullshit too.
Yeah, no, of course not. No.
Okay, fine. All right. So you're gonna buy your flat. Where's your flat gonna be? London? Is that right?
I don't know. I gotta get like a luxury real estate agent. I like how I think like 2.75. Like, isn't that sad? When I was a kid, if someone said my house was $2.75 million, I'd be like, you are the richest person I know. And now
That's
I'm
still
like,
a
this
lot
guy,
of money though.
yeah, but this guy's making 31 million a year. What's
Yeah, but he's the
31 divided by
CEO.
2.75? How many lofts is he buying per year? Crazy.
I mean, you definitely can't blow the whole 2.75 on the loft. I would say you probably need it, and you don't have that much of fancy taste. So if you get like an $800,000, well, listen,
If
come
I got
on,
paid that much, I would stop wearing Amazon t-shirts. Okay. And
honestly,
I would have fancy taste.
I think that you would still rock the Amazon T-shirt
They're
because
so
it
soft.
looks good and it's soft. It's not always about the price tag. Okay, sometimes it's about how the clothes make you feel, and you love that shirt. So I think no matter how much money that you make, you have that shirt in what 5 colors now. Come on.
I bought one 3 weeks ago and now I have 6.
This is what cuts did to me, which I'm actually wearing a cut shirt now. So I bought 2 cut shirts and now I have like 8 of them, and they got me. So good job to the cuts
You
team.
like what you like. And I have so many shirts just like this that are really uncomfortable that I was like, oh, I can have it look like this and have it be soft as hell. Please. $15? Can't beat it.
Come on.
Okay, my final thoughts. I want to know what the other executives at American Airlines are making, because if the CFO is getting paid like $25 million less, then that's crazy. But if Americans just out here paying their execs like crazy and it's uniform, then, That look on
We'll
your
have
face.
to post it.
Oh, I was like, what's
researching.
the number?
No, I was researching it. It's just that they don't list out the total comp. Oh, actually, they kind of do. Yeah, some of the other ones, like the CFO, will make $3.4 million in total comp in 2022, but I don't know what their 2023 is yet. So, some research. If this becomes a social clip, we will certainly put it in the comments.
People are like, you don't have control over what becomes a social clip? No.
Well, we have an editing team and a producer, so honestly, it's kind of a no.
We just see them on Instagram and go, what? Also,
we see them and we're like, yeah, we sound stupid.
You guys are, yeah, we do say that. You guys are so funny. People love train content. We're going to do a whole episode on trains because
we posted one train video and went nuclear. It was crazy. I was like, this is the most boring thing. No, people freaking love trains. It's crazy.
Who knew? You know?
Who knew?
Had no idea. Well, thanks for listening to us today, you guys. If you have anything you want us to talk about, email hello@travelnerds.co. Otherwise, go check out our train video at TravelNerdsPod. It's not even interesting. Go check it out. Read the comments. People are commenting
it's
like
not good.
Train jargon is crazy. Anyways.
If you want to watch the most boring video that has the most views, it's our train video. It's not a good clip, but people, it struck a chord.
Yeah, it wasn't even the algorithm being weird. It was like people loving trains, which was funnier.
Train lovers unite. That's what happened.
All right.
On the internet.
Later, train nerds.